Hello and welcome. I'm Damon Bruce. Good to have you along for the NBA here on 2K Sports. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next.
Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. First, for the Nuggets, then it's Porter, and it's Millsap in at the 4 spot. And for Boston,
you know, the up-tempo brand of basketball the Nuggets played really was quite effective in being able to kind of dominate Eastern Conference teams.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Pick off in midair. Here's Craig, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
That's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. Paul Millsap picks one up.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, there yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Well, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Well, back to the Nuggets. They did well against the East, as you alluded to, Clark. They were 19-11, Steve, against the conference as a whole.
Well, that's right where they wanted to be. Record-wise, Kevin, and even though the Nuggets got out and ran, you know, they could actually still play with a physicality as well when they went up against the East.
You got the next one.
They did pretty well. They swept the entire Central Division. They were the only team to go undefeated against an individual division all last year.
Guys, the Celtics went from being a powerhouse in the East to middle of the pack last season, but they still protected their home court as well as anybody. Easy to find inspiration here with the parquet floor under your shoes and the banners hanging over top.
Tatum, Millsap covering. Well, about 1 minute into the first. The second chance. Now, here's Porter. Defense is right there. The pass to Murray. Launches it. Here's Millsap. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Passes it to Porter. And makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
You do have to love the parquet floor here, as you said, Clark. A pride, certainly a factor last season, as the Celtics are able to finish Steve with a 27-13 record here at their home.
And even though the Celtics would end up just as the 7th seed in the East, you knew they would control their home floor just because of their veteran experience, their talent, their coaching. So they were really able to ride that home court into the playoffs.
And so Walker nails both of them.
You know, it's pretty hard not to ask the question after the Nuggets were bounced in the first round of the playoffs if, in fact, they were better constructed for the regular season than the playoffs.
Inside, and finished off by Porter.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game. Potential momentum builder.
It's Brown with the drive. The kick out to Brown. All alone. And that looks good. You know, continuing to talk about the Nuggets, it is a fair question to ask because this group, Steve, has been so successful in the regular season, but has yet to make a big splash in the postseason.
Yeah, I think they've advanced out of the first round one time in the last 9 seasons. I think it's a fair question, Kevin. I think you can win playing fast, but you have to have balance. Look at the Spurs last year. They played a very high tempo, but they played excellent defense as well. You've got to have some kind of a balance to win in the postseason.
Wow, here's Brown. Great D that time from Porter.
Yeah, trying to put a little mustard on the hot dog there. That was just convert the shot. Come on.
Grant, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Pass to Craig. Now Murray, defended by Smart. Finished off by Porter.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. He put it on an absolute platter for him.
And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And it's rejected. Outside, Walker. There's the pick. He feeds it to Smart. Pass to Brown. Defended by Craig. Shot clock at 5. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
But Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. He said they're not as worried about getting back quickly on defense as they are about having extra bodies on the offensive line. He felt that even though it might lead to some easy baskets for their opponent, it would pay off with some extra opportunities for them and second chance points. We'll see, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. So Clark can really focus on finishing the boards here.
That's always, Kevin, a big part of winning basketball is doing a good job on the glass. So many advantages come from owning the glass on both ends of the court.
I got yours. I got yours.
We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Off the pick. Power down with both hands.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
Not many teams, guys, in the East did very well against the West last season. And with that in mind, you could call Boston's 14-16 record against the conference better than most.
The shot's good from Plumlee. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
Wanamaker. The rebound by Grant. And for the Celtics against the West, even in the shortened season, they were having a lot of trouble with some of the bigger lineups, Steve. More of the up-tempo teams out west.
Well, the Celtics were old and a little bit small, too. Kevin Garnett played center last year, so they played a lot of small lineups. And when you're small and you're old, sometimes, you know, that's going to cost you, particularly on the road.
The Nuggets making a switch here. It's stolen. 51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Hayward. This is the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And the Nuggets making a change here. Noah's checked in. 36 seconds left in the first. Back to Williams. On the wing, Williams. Passed it. No good that time either. Denver in the lead. Bates. Edwards defending. He locks up the alley pass, and it's slammed in by Plumlee. Number 37. But it wouldn't fall for him. At the end of one, a closely And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And so here's Denver.
Hit me, I'm
It's a
open.
three-point game. Dozier, smooth as silk on the finger roll.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Number 37, and the layup's good off the glass.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Kicks it to Morris. This now to Noah. And good on the basket. Book it.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. I mean, get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. Denver making a switch here.
He is so creative, Kevin. That's what I love about watching him. As good as anybody in the league at breaking down a defender one-on-one.
And perhaps the best thing about Steve is the way he takes charge down the stretch of close games. The higher the stakes, the better he plays.
There's a screen by Williams. Tatum.
Watch
Here in
outside.
the second with about a minute and a half gone by.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul him, and free throws are better than the layup.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And the Nuggets making a change here. Good on both.
You know, you might have expected a team that finished third in the West to have a positive road record, but the Nuggets last season actually finished south of 500 when they left the Pepsi Center.
Murray, no good. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Walker goes in, using his post moves to get the 2 points. Walker's got 6.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
Joe Clark, as you said, with the Nuggets on the road, 19-23 record for them on the road. Was the difference between them and the Thunder, Steve, in that division?
Well, they were so dominant at home, Kevin, and they always have been, just with their style of play and the altitude. But it's just tough to go out and play that same style on the road where you're running constantly. You're just more vulnerable defensively when you play that style when you're out on the road than you do when you play it at home.
So it's Boston now.
Get that ball.
No good.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
He jams it straight down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Switch.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Tatum. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. Millsap's got 3 rebounds now in this one. He kicks to Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Millsap fires, and too long on the shot.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
And it's blocked by Craig. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Teardrop shot.
Go get it.
Murray, no good. Boston trailing. Walker with it. He's got 6. Here's the screen. He dishes it to Smart. Tatum, guarded by Porter. And there's the pass to Murray. Put that and finished off by Porter. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
He sniffed out that board and then powered it back in.
Pure Mike Clark, so strong going back up with that one.
That's exactly what he's capable of, guys. So strong.
Now here's Smart. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The feed to Porter. Picked him clean. Tatum, Millsap covering. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Boston, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And you take a look at the numbers, guys. They shot 80% from the free throw line as a team a year ago.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. It's stolen by Brown. One-on-one fast break. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Porter.
How about that basketball,
Wasn't that
man?
beautiful?
Wow.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Murray, the pass to Craig. The layup missed. Celtics trail by 4. Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. He's got 9.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And he gives them a terrific option in the low post every time down the court. Even with multiple defenders around him, he knows how to create a shot for himself.
The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul, and he's on his way to the free throw line.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Now Murray. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Celtics.
A lot of time they've been spending at the foul line so far, guys. They'll take those points all game long if they can get them.
And I love the penetration because we're seeing a team that's attacking the lane, forcing the defense to collapse, and you're going to see some easy points as a result.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Kemba Walker comes in for Smart. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. The Celtics have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here is Hayward, defended by Hayward can't hit. The Nuggets shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Gets it to go.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
Now here's Williams. Fires the 3. And again. Here's Cantor. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Clarky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, 2 good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup. And both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight. That's something we didn't see at all from him in the first half when he had a goose egg from three-point line.
Fires the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Grant's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Porter.
Right there.
Here's Murray. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Well, now that we can see the replay, it looks like he did get the shot off in time. It looked that way to me originally, and that's the call we should see here.
You're right. I think he got it off, but anytime it's as close a call as that was, in a big situation like this, it's always smart to take a closer look.
And the official call is in. It's ruled. The original call after looking at the replay.
And
now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. Damon Bruce here.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Celtics trail by 4. And here's Smart. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Murray. Always off. They can't cash in on the break. Boston shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Celtics have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
He's certainly been hitting well from the line, and those points do add up. Well, you know, it was last season that started the dissolution of the Big Three in Boston. Ray Allen leaving for Miami. That definitely ruffled some feathers with his former teammates, and they tried to replace him by committee at the shooting guard position and really had mixed results.
And despite losing Ray Allen, the Celtics shot more three-pointers last season.
Well, they added a couple of guys who could shoot threes, but remember, this is over the last 5-6 years has not been a high-volume three-point shooting team. It's been Ray Allen and Paul Pierce, and that's about it. So I think with this new crop of talent, I think you'll see Boston casting a lot more threes into the next few years.
Tice passes to Craig. Feeds to Porter. Denver passing it around. Pass to Murray. Here's Craig. Knocks down the 3-ball. 13 points in the game.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass him.
And Walker backs down. Dishes it to Smart. The kick out to Brown. Walker. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's now 9 points for Kemba Walker.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, guys.
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Well, he's as adept at taking a charge as anybody in the league, Kevin. Always seems to be in the right place, squaring his body and his shoulders, getting position, getting his feet outside that restricted area, and drawing.
And, you know, he's also a tough finisher, Steve. There's very little a defender can do if he gets to within arm's length of the basket. Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
The pass to Murray. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
Who's watching here?
Three. Shot misses. Now the Celtics take it the other way. He feeds it to Walker. Kicks to Cantor. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Murray, the pass to Craig. Now Murray. Pass to Porter. Six on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Brown.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall very soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there.
Walker goes in. Smart. All sorts of time. And he hits the jump shot. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Passes it to Murray. Craig defended by Smart. Here's Craig. He pulls it off with one hand. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Fires from 18. And that one hits back iron.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Noah's checked in. They set the screen. Brown dishes to Walker. They get it back. Williams kicks to Walker. Walker gets a screen from Williams. Walker with it. Guarded now by Morris. Busted. No good that time either.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Brown inside. He's against Morris. Left side Walker. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
It's been a good one for Walker. He has 9 points and a steal. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
No question, he's made an impact just about everywhere on the court.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Nuggets?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And they've been knocking down the mid-range jumper as well.
The Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in.
Boston had a multitude of problems last season, but the one that seemed to be the most prevalent was the inability to score down the stretch of games. I mean, they were one of the worst teams in the league when it came to scoring in the fourth quarter.
And here's Walker outside.
Don't let him get it.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. Denver leading by 5. Now, here is Morris. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Shots good. And you think of Boston, and you think of all the storied players that have put on the green. All of them so clutch, Steve, when the game was on the line. But that was the opposite for last year's Celtics.
It was, Kevin. It seemed like their scoring dropped off considerably in the fourth quarter. And a lot of that was just without Rondo after the injury. They couldn't generate offense individually. They had to rely on their ball movement. And as you know, defenses toughen up in the fourth quarter and down the stretches of games.
Murray, the pass to Morris. The dish to Plumlee. Second shot opportunity.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would, too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one, too.
The first one falls. The Nuggets making a switch here. And he makes both free throws. The Nuggets leading by 5.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
Here's Murray, and it falls over the rim and in. He has 7.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
That's good. And that's 12 points for Kemba Walker.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
The Nuggets have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Jokic. The rebound by the Celtics. It could go in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does it for the third quarter. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is up to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The Nuggets shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Here's Murray, defended by Smart.
Hit me, I'm open.
There's the steal. He kicks to Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Brown's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Celtics. Pass to Craig. He dishes it to Porter. Outside Wilson. From 13, and that one's good. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
And Walker gets the catch. That's good for Cantor. Celtics making a switch here. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Denver leading by 3. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Denver passing it around. Millsap with it. Cantor cover. Millsap passes to Murray. Stolen by Walker. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. Smart. Here's Murray. Porter dishes to Millsap. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
The feed to Cantor. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
Shot.
Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close in the game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Nuggets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Outside Millsap. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, then you're in big trouble.
Brown jams it in.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
But the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Free throw off from Greg. The Celtics trailed by 5. Outside, Walker. Back to Williams. Williams gets a screen from Campbell. Williams gets it. Humphries off the pick and hammers it home.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Craig, defended by Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jukic. It's rebounded by Hayward. Celtics have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Feeds to Walker. And the Nuggets going the other way.
Come get it.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. There's the double team with Walker. Dishes it to Porter. They get a hand on it. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Boston making a switch here. Celtics trail by 3. Walker with it. He passes to Brown. Tatum.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Denver calls timeout. They're up by 1. And there's 1:45 left in the 4th quarter. And Brown over help. The pass to Craig. Makes the lead pass. The layup on target. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Brown outside. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Denver shooting it well here in the 4th quarter, 50%. Passes it to Murray. He feeds it to Porter. A finger roll finish at the bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
He hushed him up with that shot.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd. You're right.
It's like they're stunned. I mean, they don't know what to think.
Walker's shot is off.
Couldn't convert, but nice little 2-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Here's Murray, defended by Hayward. Hits to Millsap. It's stolen by Brown.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up. A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
Jaylen Brown at the line with one shot.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Now, he's definitely the guy they want at the line in this situation. He loves these kinds of moments.
Murray, the pass to Craig. Here's the triple. Here's Millsap to the inside. Can't get it to go. And it's Boston the other way. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Brown dishes to Hayward.
I got ball.
6 to shoot. To take the lead. Missed. Tice. But it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very close on the release. And yes, the officials want to review the shot. They initially thought he didn't get it off in time, but it was awfully tough to tell. What a moment this is, huh? Wow. They may go from winners to losers just like that.
This is going to be a big decision, guys. I mean, it sure looks from the tape that the shot left his hand just a moment too late.
I don't think there's much question about it. I mean, he did not get that thing off. I'm sure
Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. Tip-off goes to Denver. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Pass to Porter. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Porter's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Nuggets. And it's Walker penetrating. Brown. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Been a solid outing for Brown. He has 9 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a great presence defensively. He's thrown off their rhythm on several occasions.
And Brown drops them both. Denver shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. And Grant, that's good. And the Nuggets lead by 2. Walker hits a screen from Cantor. And it's Walker penetrating. Gets it to go.
That is, man, straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Walker's gone 5 of 11 shooting tonight from the floor. Stripped away. And one action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime.
I got to help.
To take the lead. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them the lead.
Well, one more make would have been awfully nice, but I'm sure they're happy just to take the lead.
The dish to Porter. Jukic, defended by Cantor. Grant inside. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Big call, Kevin. He just didn't get there quick enough, and that's a tough break.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew. Those and ones can be really critical moments in a tight game like this one.
That's good.
Whoa, Nelly. Listen to that.
That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
That was huge, guys. Absolutely huge.
Pass to Murray. There's the double team with Walker. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. That is good.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Walker gets a screen from Cantor. Right side to Walker. Right side to Walker. The kick out to Brown. And it's Denver with the rebound. Here's the break. Here's Murray. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, they did have a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before the shot attempt.
Yeah, you really want to try to foul in that situation before he gets into the shooting motion, and it just didn't work out that time.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. The Celtics making a switch here, and so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Walker goes in and falls. And he has brought them to within 2 points. Denver with the ball. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time, use the clock a little bit.
Well, it's still within reach.
Yeah, but their offense, Steve, needs to be just about perfect from here out.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and Denver.
You see the space he had? I mean, there's just an obvious speed disadvantage for the defender here.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Well, if you want to talk about a potential momentum changer, that could be it. The hoop, the harm, and now the lead.
Stolen by Walker. Here is Hill, defended by Craig. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. I mean, that's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
The fader. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And what an exciting game here with 3 minutes played so far in overtime. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Right there.
Here's Murray. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game, fatigue can sometimes affect every aspect of play. They didn't look tired at all to me.
And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA on 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Player of the Game.